Here we are at the start of our Whitehorse climb. We're about 2 miles in at the start of the Niederblum Trail. Denali's going to point to it right there. That's it. We're getting ready to embark on 3,000 vertical feet of brutally grueling switchbacks. And when we get up to an opening or an old creek ran, we stop for a lunch break. Lunch rock, he says. So we'll check back in a little bit. Yep. This is July something another, 2020. A couple months before the Denali heads to the Air Force. I'm special pain forces. I'll be in a lot of pain from all this. It'll be great though. Our goal is Whitehorse up to Central Couloir, Lone Tree Pass, High Pass, and then traverse about another mile across the summit of Whitehorse, which is a snow ramp if it's not melted out, technical rock, 5/8 climb, a lot of pitch. And that's what's going on. So this is the beginning of our new documentary. Alright, here we are. Denali and I just went about 1,800 feet, about 45 degrees up the fern-filled forest, pinch over 2 hours. Nice little easy jog. We're pretty wet. So this is what we call lunch rock here. See, there's a rock, and we're out of the forest temporarily. Water, and we're going that way up. We're going to be going up in about another 45 minutes. We'll probably break out into a snow field. We'll head up that way for another mile and see where it gets us. We just hiked, I don't know, 5 miles up a grueling trail that doesn't really exist. We set up the tent, we got some water, and I've been on 1,000 trails easy in my life. It's worse than anything I ever climbed in Alaska. It's just behind our sanctuary, California, but we did great. We're here, we're a little soaking wet. We got this nice flat spot, so we decided to camp here, dry out. We got a real nice lookout up here. We'll go up there in a minute and do a panoramic of what we're looking at. It's extremely spectacular. But now we're going to dive into this mountain staple called Top Ramen. Alright, this is step one. Tomorrow we're going to be going up a steep couloir, which we'll show you what's up later with that. That's Lone Tree Pass. Then we're going to go over High Pass and set up our next camp. From there we'll give the summit a shot. Looks like we got a couple days of good weather. Today was pretty soaking wet coming through the forest. Everything was soaking wet and muddy, and we're walking up little creeks and stuff. It's just bad. Then we broke out finally into the snow. Got a little snow here. It's more of what it looks like, but we'll take some shots over there in a minute. Alright, so Denali, he's 21. 22 now. Nobody my age should do this. Just saying. We are above the town of Darrington by 3,500 feet. We're going to be heading that way tomorrow. But before we do, we're going to be heading up that couloir in the cloud over there to the right. That's going to get us to Lone Tree Pass. After that, High Pass, as we said earlier, and a break for the summit. So let's take a little panoramic here. The lower flanks of the Whitehorse Glacier. Let's see, we're looking across the Cascades. We're up there. Clouds are starting to break out. Unfortunately, we're on the shady side of the mountain right now. Got all these beautiful drainage waterfalls from the glacier. If you're not into extreme bushwhacking and little to no trail, slimy, muddy, pretty much 45 degrees all the way, some little orange markers here and there. If you're not into the most strenuous hike of your lifetime, then you probably don't want to do this. But if you are somebody who likes to punish yourself, then it's perfect. Got to cross this little dried up moraine field right here and up that couloir to the right, which is kind of hidden. That's tomorrow's objective. Feeling a little tired out. Got some stove action going on there. Hopefully nothing's catching on fire. What a view. Over and out. It's Monday morning. Rough night's sleep, but we did it. Oh boy. Anyways, it's a beautiful day out. We're going to be heading up today. Mr. Denali's still sleeping. I dried some of my clothes in my sleeping bag last night and came out and hung my suit on the tree this morning. There's a tent down there. So we're going to be traversing over and heading up over that col today. You can see it's a beautiful day in the Cascades. My left ankle's a little sore since I broke my ankle and leg years ago. Mount Baker's looking pretty good this morning. You can see it's kind of washed out. Just to the left of that boulder in the center of the screen is where that big, beautiful black bear lives. He came cruising up this way yesterday. I don't know if we can see it, but I just spotted a black bear over here. Let's see if we can zoom in and catch him. In the middle of the screen there's a little tiny dot, and that is a black bear. And we're hoping that he stays over there tonight. You can see there's a little trail going to it. I think Denali's got the mega zoom, so he's over there eating or drinking. Anyways, it's about 40 something out. We're getting ready to have a sunset. There's the lower section of the glacier of Whitehorse. Behind these rocks, we're going to be going up that pass right there in the morning when we're energized. So we're traversing this 45-degree moraine, an old alder slope. We're feeling pretty good today. Clear day, a little bit of clouds. We just came from there. And Denali's going to cramp on up. We're going to cramp on up and we're going to walk across this 40-degree slope. It's not a dangerous spot, but if you slide and you end up in those rocks down there, it's a dangerous spot. So we like to be safe. Not all bloody. Yeah, we're looking down the lower flanks of the couloir. Denali's leading us up this way. Lone Tree Pass is in that gap up there. We'll be up there in about an hour, maybe less. It's a beautiful day though. Clouds have come a little bit, but they'll burn out. What we have here is a young goat. Kind of like the old goat, except younger and stronger. Right where the camera's pointed, this little tiny baby Nikon, is where we were camping last night above that little rock buttress in those trees. And right now we're about 4,100 feet. We're going to take a minor break at Bear Rock since the bear lives down there. And we're going to head up this tree, Lone Tree Pass, and see what's up there with our 60-pound backpacks. Here we are, Denali and I are at the top of Lone Tree Pass at 5,000 feet. Very non-dramatic. As you can see, it is the only tree around. Yes, lone tree. But we think we're on the right mark because there's a little orange thing. There's one down there in the dirt. Anyways, on a 45-degree snow gully. It's kind of burnt off at this time of the year in July. Last 20-30 feet was slimy mud. And we're gonna do a slight descending traverse to a small lake and then ascend a basin. That's what Denali says, yeah. All right, we're back with you again. Denali's over here. We are on the ridge line of Lone Tree Pass. We've got a little over 10 hours hiking time. And as you can see, we're still about 1,200 feet from the summit. We'd have to tuck around to the right of this massive rock block to High Pass, which is another 4 hours in this thick forest, because half of it's bushwhacking. Set up tent at High Pass, and then we'd have another 4 or 5 hours in the clouds to the summit. So the Becky guidebook says 17 hours. That's a gain of nearly 6,000 feet. On Denali climbing the West Rib, we left 15,000 to 20,000. Took 33 hours. On June 26th, 1997. Denali, our son here, Connie and I's son, was born a year later, same day. He's strong climber. And we have not slowed down. So I think it's pretty unrealistic the amount of time that is written. The only thing I can think of is two young guys, no backpacks, ice axe and crampons and a snack. That's about it. So we're not going to continue because we've only got a day left. And it's not a realistic time period to be safe and do the upper glacier. Anyways, it's beautiful up here. It's amazing. It's been a hell of a journey so far. And if this tree wasn't here, you'd see the town of Darrington. You got the Cascades over here. Behind this block is Glacier Peak. But these mountains are beautiful. Very different from the California Sierras where I grew up climbing all those peaks before venturing into Alaska. Mount Baker's hiding back there behind those foothill ramparts. And then we're going to go set up camp and descend the route from hell tomorrow. It's not a trail. If somebody says it's a trail, it's not.
Full of shit.
Denali says we're full of shit, and I think he's being kind of nice about it, to tell you the truth. It's like continual bushwhacking up a 45-degree hill. full of rocks and water and just, yeah, it's just terrible. Worst trail I've ever been on. I've been on thousands. But we're alive and well, we're having a good time, and beats being at work today. Beautiful. Whitehorse is a beautiful mountain. Very inaccessible, but doable. You just need about 3 to 4 days. I've never been one to race up and down mountains. I like to enjoy the journey. And so far, everything we've done is worth it. So we'll catch you in a few minutes on our next section of this journey. Journey to the sun. Yeah, we're just descending a really crappy 30 to 40 degree snow slope. Just being careful. Tiring day. Tiring day of mountain brutality. Yeah, but it's beautiful. So Denali, you having a good time this weekend?
Could be better, but it's not bad.
It's a lot of work, huh?
Yeah, the approach just sucked. That's about it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go.
It's just been up.
As Denali and I head back to camp for steak and lobster. It's gonna be great. Hey, you did the grilled chicken burger thing earlier. Here we are, Tuesday morning. Yeah. We're hanging out at Savior Rock. We named it that because all this snow, crystal clear snow runoff has been our water. Denali's all buffed out, ready to jump out of a jet, airplane, anything he can find. We're gonna be heading down. Probably take us 3 hours. Oh, here we are back at Bear Lookout. Bear Lookout, that's where our black bear friend lives. He's our friend, but we might not be his, but his name is Akomi. He lives down there. They're always whipping us up a gourmet serving of top ramen. Chicken flavored. I really don't know what a chicken tastes like because I never licked one, but you know, I imagine chickens probably taste pretty good if you kiss a chicken. Not sure. The little tree pass that really doesn't have a tree on it. It's a million trees. Anyways, it's Monday, July something or other. We think we'll come back here and climb this when we're actual real goats. You know, like the little white ones. This is the descent. I'm just talking to the camera. It's a pretty sketchy trail. Well, it's pretty sketchy. Can't call it a trail. I'm pointing the camera about 55 degrees downhill. And Denali's descending in front of me, and it's treacherous, to say the least. Beautiful bushwacking alder garden. Just broke the end of my ski pole off. So now I'm shorter. All kinds of obstacles in the way. Trees, bushes. Came down about 800 feet. Walking across this little snow bit here. We went down 200 feet now, I said it feels like 400. But we're gonna be going down this shithole down here. Beautiful day though. This is the slope of our hill. And this is not flat, this is like a 45 degree slope right here. And I just took a little mud slip. Pretty popular thing to do up here. slip sliding away. This is the flattest place we found in the whole mountain range. Look at that. It's only 10 degrees. We're not out of the ugly yet, but that is some of the ugliest section up there where there's really no good trail or anything. This kind of like little saddle over here. We're gonna head down. We're taking a little water break. I had the opportunity of getting my backpack caught and slide sideways about 10 feet. Felt pretty good. Left arm's got some pain in it. So I'm catching up on my pain requirements. It's really great. Our descent route here, we're getting a little lower. We came from way up there through the forest. It's kind of steepish here still. You can hear the stream cooking. Denali's ahead of me right there. We're almost off one of the steeper hills. We're on our second to final leg of the descent. We got some hillsiding to do here, and then we're gonna head into the switchbacks. So we're about 2 miles out right now, and oddly enough, we're in a spot that actually temporarily resembles a trail. See, there's a little trail in here for now. Denali's been having the time of his life up here.
Come on, let's go.
As of this moment, we are at Lunch Rock, also known as Connie Rock, because there's a little lazy snake that's just sitting in the sun here earlier. There you have it, 2,100 feet we've descended so far.
No, we're at.
Oh, we've descended 3,000 feet since yesterday's high. And
camp is up
floor, so we're down 2,000. And we've got another 1,621 and 2 inches to go. And we're going to break back into the forest here, and we're going to be in the forest trail, which is the, I counted 36 switchbacks, which is 18 full. It's cruising through the rainforest, baby. Cruising through the rainforest, folks. On the way in, Denali was trying to lighten his backpack, so I thought he'd drop his glasses. It's amazing he found them here in this thick stuff. Slippery stuff here. We're gonna take our time so we end up in one piece. Until next time, Alpine Edge Film says, get high in the mountains.